Lima beans. I swear people like these things. How do we get them from being in the pods to being tender and worth putting on a plate? Fresh lima beans can be found at a farmer's market. I've grown my own, and you're gonna select pods that look like they have consistent sized beans inside. You can kind of feel them and get a feel for like how many beans are actually inside there and what kind of size they are. You want them to be similar in size. You're going to shuck the beans, or shuck the pods. You're gonna take the beans out of the pods. The pods are pretty rigid, they're pretty tough. They're not as soft as, say, fava beans. So it'll take a little bit of effort, but maybe break off the top, kind of peel the pod apart, and then you can put all your beans in a bowl. You might notice that they're different colors. Some of them are gonna be white, some of them might be green. From what I understand, it's a matter of maturity. So the more mature they get, the whiter they get. They do become a little bit more starchy. They will cook about the same, but they will have just a little bit different texture than the green or even the purpley ones. So I've noticed that growing my own, I've got green ones, purple ones, and white ones. And even when they are about the same size, I kind of thought, do I have different varieties? But no, it's all kind of coming off of the same vine. So don't be surprised if you have some slight variation in color. Totally cool, I think it looks good on the plate. How are we gonna get these tender? We're gonna simmer them in some salted boiling water. So pot of water, bring it to a boil, season it generously, and we're gonna put all the beans in. If you find that you've got some that are just monsters, like just massive beans, sort them out. If you've got lots of big ones, cook them in a separate batch. But if they're really close, if they're similar in size, they're gonna be fine. Boiling salted water, beans go in, and we want there to be enough space for them to be able to swim and move around. We don't want the pot to be crowded. Bring the water back up to a boil, turn it down, let them go kind of gentle. We're gonna simmer them for about 5 to 7 minutes, depending on their size and the doneness that you're looking for. I'm not planning to cook these beyond what happens here in the pot, so I want all the cooking to happen here. So 5 to 7 minutes is a pretty good guideline if they're going at just kind of a gentle simmer, a little bit of movement of the water. You need to taste them. You're not gonna know when they're done unless you're tasting them. So maybe after about 3 or 4 minutes, taste one, and it won't be ready, but you'll have a better idea of crunchy and then how it changes. Once they are tender to your liking, you're gonna drain them. Give them a rinse in cold water, rinse off your pot, get cold water on them, ice them down, get them cold. We wanna stop the cooking process here. We want them to maintain the bright color that they have inside the skins. Once they're ice cold, well, how do you know if they're ice cold? Taste them again. Make sure that when you bite into one, it's cold inside. Drain them again, put them in a bowl. We're gonna go prep them out. Take them the rest of the way here by removing the skins. The skins are unpleasant. You can just work your way assembly line through these guys, removing the skins. You're gonna discard the skins. We're gonna save the beans. After you have a bowl of beans, I like to give them just a quick rinse and then pat them dry, and now you can store them in a covered container in the fridge for about 3 or 4 days. Our lima beans are prepped, they're ready to go. They're in the fridge and we can use them however we like. I think they work best in a hot preparation. These are not like fava beans. Lima beans need to be hot and cooked. They just eat nicer that way. I don't think they're as pleasant in the salad like a fava bean would be. Fava beans are just more tender, a little bit greener, more flexible in how fava beans can be put onto a plate. All right, lima beans, it's summertime. I've got a bunch of veggies in the garden, so we're going summer vegetable kind of vibes here. Just a quick saute of some zucchini, garlic, bell peppers, a little bit of tomato product in here, a little butter, a little saffron, chopped marjoram. I'm just gonna ragu everything together, so I'm trying to get it to glaze up. A little bit of chicken stock's gonna help me emulsify the fat, so it's not greasy and broken, but it's got more of a creamy kind of texture to it. Almost a glaze of the flavors that we've got here. And to the plate, why not a steak? How about it, a ribeye? And on the plate, I'm going with a little bit of basil flowers and just some of the drippings from the steak. And that's it, real simple. You could turn this into a pasta. You could certainly go lime, I'm trying not to say fava beans. You can go lima beans and like a slow braised ragu of beef shoulder. You can even get just a little bit of pasta in there to give it just a little bit more of a carbohydrate than just the lima beans. Lots that you can do with these. I'll leave that to you, but now you know how to take them from here to wonderful, tender, beautiful lima beans, because I think they're like Brussels sprouts. 20 years ago, everybody hated Brussels sprouts until some chef decided to roast them and make them amazing. And then everybody realized that the Brussels sprouts that grandma made, where she just boiled them and they were mushy and stinky, is not the only way to eat them. Same here with lima beans. It could be the new Brussels sprouts.